Hi, we're here with Coach Lawrence Czer from Martin Luther College in New Ulm, Minnesota, and he's going to diagram for us one of his favorite late game sets from a baseline out of bounds situation. Coach, it looks like you got your guys lined up in a 4 high.
Yes, I like to spread the floor a little bit. Particularly, we see a lot of teams that'll man us up inside. We have usually some good size, so they want to take away our inside game. This spreads the floor a little bit, forces them to make a decision on who they're going to guard. This first play sets up the second play.
Awesome.
So what happens, the first play, the objective here is for the outside pick. The 2 guard comes diving down a lane. That's the first option. We try to get a good run. The 2 guard should be able to handle the ball and make a driving finish layup down the lane. Second option, the 5 is going to pick out here, and this point guard is going to run down this way to the corner and eventually out if she needs to. The 5 will then dive back towards the middle as the third option for the inbounds. The key to making this play operate is that she really has to run hard from both wing spots. Both here, the 1 spot and the 2 spot, both have to dive and sprint very hard and very fast. And the second option obviously is going to be to make sure you have a good entry pass and that we set good picks on the end. Once the inbound is made, before we usually drift out to this corner spot as an outlet in case we want to reverse the ball. We go on a reverse set.
Gotcha.
Now this play will set up the second play. I run this late in the game once or twice because I have a couple options to get the opposition a good look at it, and then we'll come back with option number 2.
Okay, now we're going to take a look at option 2 from the same set. Again, we're in the 4 high with 4 inbounding the ball on the baseline. Coach, let's take a look at the second option.
I like to usually run a lot of my inbounds plays with similar sets to kind of confuse the defense because they often will scout us in our conference especially. This one runs very similarly. We're going to give it a good look. First option we'll do is we're going to give you the option that 2 is going to look like she's going to make the same move as she did before, but instead she'll take a jab step back and then dive to the deep corner. Normally my 2 is a pretty good 3-point shooter, so we're able to do that.
Excellent.
3 will take a jab step as if she's going to set the pick, but instead she'll roll across and set a pick here. 5 will set the pick here, and we have a double pick. 1 will come rolling off the double pick right down the lane to get the inbounds pass for a layup.
I would say now in option 1 curled around the pick and into the corner, into the weak side corner.
So this is just a little much of a disguise to get them off their balance. Normally this is almost always open for us. 1 drives very hard to the basket. Normally she gets the ball right here and is almost always wide open. The only problem they would have is if they lay someone right down here and just set her right down there as a defender. But then we have the other option. After this, 5 dives down to the deep corner, the low block on the opposite side, and that'll force that defender to make a decision between either guarding the 1 on the dive or the 5 on the short corner low block.
Excellent. And you've been using this play, options 1 and 2. You've been using it primarily in late game situations when you need a bucket.
Right. I don't show it in the first half normally because then they have a chance to look at it and they'll see it. Late game is a little rushed. It's a little sporadic as far as their preparation is concerned. It's hectic, so it's harder to defend against. And if I run it even twice, and the second option twice, I'll go back to the first option again and try because they just don't know which one's coming. So,
same look, different movements.
Right.
There you go. Great. Thank you very much, Coach.